Hey everybody, this is Neelu Verma back with another machine learning video. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel to receive all of my new videos and hit the bell icon so that you will get notification whenever I post a new video. Right. So today I want to talk about the remaining concept from lecture 1, that is Introduction to Machine Learning, and where we were talking about the basics of Python. So one more thing, I will put all the important link in the description below, and if you have any doubt, if you have any query, let me know in the comment section below. Okay, so let's start with function, because before function we already have done some of the things. For example, like how to define operators, what is how to define loops and other things. From today we are starting from this function. Okay, so function is used for code reusability, you can say. For example, if you can write a code for simple addition or subtraction or finding the sign. Once you can write code on this function and you can use for many times. For example, there you have values of x, different values of x. You are using getting this value by using the sin x function. X is called argument here, so you are taking a -1 as argument, and it is comparing with a 0. And if -1 is greater than 0, no. Is -1 is less than 0, yes, it is less than 0, so it loop will halt and it will give the negative value. So in this way it will work for other values, and instead of this value you can have other values also. So this way you can say. And one more thing, you need to write the def function, so keyword before your function. So this is some stuff from function. I will not take too much time in describing all these things, because we have to start the actual concept of machine learning. So this is just to press up your concept. And all right, so now come to class. Class is a master copy, you can say class is a plan. It means class contains the objects and methods. All right, so mm, if so what you need to do, you need to write the class name and a keyword class and a class name. So once you will write the keyword and class name, you need there is a default constructor inside, which is defined, which can be as a define init. So this is a constructor. From this, it always take a self in this constructor, default constructor. So if you are using this self dot name equals to name, so it will create an instance variable uh, by using this. Okay, so these are some instance method, and I know, I hope you are you know this basic of classes, object oriented programming languages. So I'm not gonna focus too much. Okay, so this is the instance method, in which there's a constructor of there's a function of greet. And here this is just because to tell, if you have for some argument, you can write it as um, uh, by default, like if you are writing loud equals to false, so it doesn't matter much. And one more thing, so if you are giving this argument as if you give this argument as true, then it will changes the value, it will reflect the change. If you are not giving it as loud, then it will give the self dot name on only. It will not work like this. Okay, so this is the some way of like this syntax is used for construct an instance of creator class, and this the one is the call an instance method, which is uh, which will print hello Fred, right? So because there you are not giving this argument as true, and there you are giving your argument as true, so there is two minor changes. So now come to numpy. NumPy is the core library for scientific computing in Python. Right. So, yes, when you want to work with any numerical, mathematical, or any scientific computation, calculation, you can use this NumPy. In Python, there is, and this is a beautiful library for Python, which contain most of the function inside this NumPy package. So what you have to do, you just need to call this NumPy as a package. So in the way of calling this NumPy package is to import NumPy as NP. So this all the functionality, all the methods, or which is inside this numpy is come inside this np objects, and you can call by using this object. All right, so now array. So okay, so array you already have seen in Java, Python, oh sorry, Java or C++, other languages, but here we are talking about the NumPy array, because this is a very most beautiful functionality in NumPy. So, and there is a way how can you use this NumPy object. So okay, so if you want to use this np from this package, you can call numpy array. They are calling numpy array, but you can also call any of the function like numpy.sum, numpy.subtraction, or what most of the functionalities available here. So you can what we are talking about the numpy array. So numpy array is a grid of values, right? In values grid, the values are put in the form of the grids, and because it is an array, so here also all the same type. Yes, because the numpy array also contains because same type. And yes, it is indexed by a tuple of non-negative integer. Of course, we already have seen the indexing, mostly indexing start from 0, but you can change it from 1 to 3 manually. So by default the indexing is start from 0. One more thing, the number of dimension is the rank of the array. Okay, you can say here you can say that the rank 1 is they have written it, and most of the places you have known from C++ that this is dimension, 1 dimension, 2 dimension. So many things are here. You can see, so here you can call it rank. So to defining a 1 dimension array, you can call numpy dot array. It will create and you can give these values, so it will create a rank 1 array, dimension 1 array, 1 dimension array, right? So if you want to print the type of this array, what type this array is, so it will call that numpy dot n dimension array. So yeah, right, so the thing is type of a is this numpy dot and array, and if you talk about the shape, a dot shape, so its shape is 3,1. It's have three three values here, so it have, so because of this it is written as 3, shape is 3. And what else, okay, so an index value of 0, it will give 1. Index the value of at index 1, it will give 0. The value of index 2, it will give 3. Mm, when you are changing, when you are putting this values to in this indexing like zeroth indexing, so what you can do, you can just write a of 0 is equals to 5. So when you want to print, so the value will reflect the changes. You can see here, 5 will change to 1, right? So 1 is changed to 5, so this is the final thing. So this, this is some other functionality, like two-dimension array if you want to create. So this is a way of creating a two-dimension array, np dot array, and you can write one dimension as one things, and this is the second dimension, first row, second row, and this way. um okay, so in this case you wanna check the shape of this B. So if you want to check this shape, so it will say that you have 2 rows and 3 columns, right? So this will become the shape. Okay, and in earlier case, what was that? There is 3 columns only, so it will not go further. It will get the 3 columns, not about the rows. All right. So uh, in this case, if you want to access any values, you have to give the rows and column name. So b of 0 comma 0 is the place whose values you want from this array. So this the simple stuff, NumPy also provide the many functions to create array, right? So if you NumPy, if you write NumPy dot, it means np dot zeros, so it will give a two-dimension array. uh, Here you need to create give the dimension. So it will give the two-dimension array of 2 rows and 2 columns of number default value with zeros. So if you want to print this, you will see that the zeros, 2 rows and 2 columns values are creating from 2D arrays are creating, right? So the next thing is b is equals to np dot once. Yes, once is will also work, one dimension array with 2 column. So 1 rows and 2 columns they need. So here's another way. Okay, np dot I. Okay, I is for identity matrix. And I already have told you that NumPy contain a lot of beautiful functionalities. So I is here for identity matrix. If you, instead of this identity matrix, you can call other matrices as well. So you just need to prefer the libraries of NP. You can refer, you can go through that, and you can learn multiple functionalities of this. So this is identity matrix of two-dimension. Now what is this? This is np dot random dot random. Okay, so random function will create the array filled with random values. Okay, so see here, this is creating a random. Why this two times this random and random thing? So here NumPy random is contains so many functionality. So out of this so many functionality, you are creating a random array of 2 comma 2, right? So now this is array indexing, that I think you know. NumPy offers several ways to index into arrays, right? um, it is similar to Python list. NumPy array can be sliced, right? Since array may be multi-dimensional, you must specify a slice for each dimension of the array. Okay, so so this is a simple program, like you are importing a NumPy array and you are calling a numpy.array, and this is 3-dimension array with 4 columns each, and and what is the slicing here? Okay, so the slicing is if you want any value from any index to any index, from any range of from starting to end, or from whatever slice, whatever piece of information you want from that array. So in that case, you use this slicing things of stuff. You also have seen in Python, what is the C and C plus plus, like you want to access this element from this element to this element, so you can have some way. But here the way that if you are not defining here anything without semicolon, before semicolon it is the initial range, after semicolon it is the final range and final things. So it is saying this from starting to two values, and okay, here you can check this. So two values from starting. So okay, not two values, but it is like place. So first and second place, and one to third indexing. So these are some indexing kind of stuff. So all right. So that you can refer this tutorial as a short and nice tutorial given by this Stanford University, right? So a slice of an array is a view into the same data. So modifying it will modify the original array, right? It will modify the original array as a you see here, you can say like 0 comma 1 place is 2, and you are modifying 0 comma 0 values into this, and 0 comma 0 value into 77. So 0 comma 0 is the same piece of data as 0 comma 1, so it will change, right? So it will change. So it's too much things. I think I should do it quickly, and so that we can start our actual concept of machine learning. And what is this? This is like defining a two rank two array with rank two array with the same shape of 3 comma 4, right? um Next, what is next? uh Two ways of accessing the data in the middle row of array: mixing integer and indexing with slices, yield an array of lower rank. Okay, nothing much. This is another way of accessing these values. So these are values and these are the shapes. I think I should do it quickly, and you can go through all these things. The uh, next thing is the boolean array indexing. So you can also do some boolean array indexing. um, these are some boolean indexing types, you can go through that. And data types, if you want to check the data types and pay out of array, so these are the way that like np dot array I will put into this x variable, and you can just call this x dot d type and y dot d type, so it will get the data type of the particular data particular things numpy. Okay, if you want to read the more things, so they are providing some of the tutorial, so I will send all these important links. Now array math. So I have told you that, like, okay, this numpy array will numpy array contains most of the functionality. So array operations is like array math is like unit. If you want to do addition, subtraction, and most all other function, advanced functions, you just need to call as np dot add. I need to give the two values, so it will give the result. So and these are some way of like difference and multiplication, the divide, and this is square root function. So these all are functionality that is provided by the uh, numpy array. The next thing is we dot uh, things. Okay, these are for just to multiplication of all these things in the form of vector. So if you want a inner product of vector, then you can write v dot function is used for inner product. And see, here you can see that v is equals to 9 and contains the array of 9 and 10, and we if you want to multiply with this vector into another vector it is calling as array, right? So arrow vector is same here. You can define any other things. Np dot array of w and this, make the dot product. So 9 into 11 99 and 12 into 10 120 99 and 120 is become 219, I think so, right? Okay. uh, so that's the thing. Inner product will work. So what it will do, it will do like 9 into, am I able to write here? Okay, okay, I'm not able to write here. So um it's okay, leave that thing, because then this is their mm, notebook. So it's like you are multiplying first array with first position array with the first position, and plus second into second. So inner product you know, I think, right? So let's come to next thing. What this dot operator do and the at the rate operator do. At the rate operator is also used for inner product. Okay, so you can also write this at the rate operator here. And multi matrix vector product. So these are some ways of x dot v is. Okay, as it's talking about the one dimension array, like you have only one dimension array of 29 and 67. Here you can see this is 29 and 67, and you want to uh, you want to just use this operation. So what happen if you use this operation in a single dimension array? So if x dot v, this means there's nothing in this v, it will give the same value. So in any of the case, if you have a single rank array, the all operators provide the same values. And the next thing is matrix product, what will be the ranks 2. So these are the basic operation. And numpy dot sum, numpy dot this, compare the sum of these columns. Okay, so these are some optional argument that you can give. So I'm leaving this up to you. Just go through this document once, and if you get any difficulty to understand, you have any doubt here, so you can ask in comment section. And then also there is also a transpose and other functions available in numpy array. So these are all the things. um uh, so it's not too much things. Okay, so go through once all these are all numpy arrays and beautiful things. Now come to Matplotlibs, because if I will explain each and everything, it will take a lot of time. So this video will gonna take a lot of time. Okay, so this is very beautifully documented, and everything is like commented nicely. So you can just go through that. uh Now Matplotlib. So okay, so Matplotlib is a plotting libraries. If you want to plot a graph, you want to analyze your data, then you can use this plotting library. So Matplotlib, if you want to call this libraries, this package, you can write it as import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. Okay, and if okay, so by running the special ipython command displaying plot and line. Okay, this is nothing much. So okay, there is one example of plotting using matplotlibs from the today data. So this will compute for just a second. Wait, just a second. Sorry to interrupt. Okay, so where we were, okay, so we were talking about this plotting library. So this will compute x and y coordinate for point of sine x curves. Okay, for this matplotlib, we have another video that is called lab 3 right now, and I will change it to lecture 3. Okay, so there I have talking about this all these things in more precise manner, and I have explained a lot of things there, so you can just refer that thing for the information. So say you can use plt dot plot, plt dot x label, by label, ligands. So these are this information about, these are called ligands. X label, by label, and ligands is called this ligands and title. um, so in this way you can use this library. So I have another tutorial, a beautiful tutorial on this, so you can refer that. And okay, so for the that's all for basic Python. And if you want to learn more, then I will make a separate videos on this. And okay, so that's it for today. Thank you. And soon I will post a new video on start machine learning video. Thank you.